Great start. Fucking hell. Welcome, friends, to Hilarious Name Pending, episode number 13, and good God, what a slow news week it has been. Jesus, there's nothing's happened this week. Seriously, nothing worth taking the piss out of, at all. No Nintendo fuck-ups, no publishers being wankers. It's all been quiet and a little bit boring, to be honest. And really, I suppose that's what happens when America goes to sleep for a week, just to let off some fireworks. Happy 4th of July, everyone. But never fear, I have dug deep and teased out some news stories that will definitely raise your eyebrows. The world's biggest nerd has sex. Ray Cox, a man who has held the highest gamer score for 11 years on Xbox Live, has been toppled from his throne. This impressive accolade now belongs to Stephen Rowe, fucking nerd, who made his play for the highest gamer score when Ray Cox chose the real world over the virtual world, by getting married and going on a honeymoon. And look how that worked out for you, Raymond. You chose love over video games. You fucking traitor. But Ray Cox isn't actually the loser in this story. Oh no, this man is a winner, an undeniable winner. Because this was his response when he found out that his throne had been usurped. I've been too busy having all the sex. Well done, sir. Well fucking done. People have gone crazy for Crash. Last Friday, Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy was released to welcoming critical reception as well as a welcoming embrace from people's wallets. This wonderful remaster of the beloved Bandicoot's early adventures has enjoyed the biggest launch weekend that the PlayStation 4 has seen this year in the UK, even beating the smash hit Horizon Zero Dawn. Perhaps even more impressive though is that this console exclusive has seen Crash take the second biggest launch of 2017 across all platforms, just a single place behind Ghost Recon Wildlands. That means that in their respective launch windows, Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy actually sold better than Zelda Breath of the Wild in the UK. And that, for a 20-year-old game, is fucking astonishing. This result is incredible for publisher Act Dick Vision, who even managed to resist the urge to forcibly insert some wanky microtransactions into this gorgeous remaster. Obviously, this success of nostalgia now opens up the door to more opportunities, bringing up the inevitable question of what next? What old piece of shit game can we bring back to life in 1080p? Crash Team Racing? Spyro the Dragon? They all seem appealing and perfectly reasonable given the Insane Trilogy's proof of concept. But this is not a new thing. Remasters of games are not a recent revelation. So why has this Crash Bandicoot remaster stuck its landing when other remasters have not? The answer is simple really. It's respect. Developer Vicarious Visions has a deep respect for the Crash series and its original form. Rather than rebooting and reworking the entire game in an attempt to make it relevant today, they've simply preserved what made Crash Bandicoot Crash Bandicoot. Sure, visually they've brought the game into modern times and made some tweaks to line up some of the mechanics with modern gaming expectations, but they've largely left it alone. They could have easily fixed the gameplay issue, making it less frustrating, easier to consume, and making Crash actually stick the fucking jumps he makes. But Vicarious Visions have done none of that. Rather, in an act of preservation, they have made this version of the game feel exactly how it did 20 years ago. A point often missed by recent remasters. And yes, I am looking at you, Ratchet & Clank. Brexit is making games more expensive. Brexit is now going to affect video games. Fucking great. Yes, that grossly misinformed referendum is having a wider impact than most of us thought, including me. Developer Riot Games has had to hike the price of Riot points in its smash hit MOBA League of Legends, and the direct cause, according to the developer, is Brexit. Yeah! Last June, the UK voted to leave the European Union, triggering a drop in the value of the pound relative to other global currencies, particularly the US dollar. This change meant that while UK players were spending the same number of pounds on Riot points as before, players elsewhere in the world were paying a lot more in comparison. End. As such, Riot Games has reduced the amount of points that your money buys you in the UK, effectively causing a 20% price increase. And while I don't know what Riot points are or what they do in League of Legends, I'll leave that to the fucking nerds, I can appreciate the disdain some players must be feeling right now. This is a troublesome early example of how Brexit is going to have a negative impact here in the UK, even in some industries that you wouldn't expect it to, like gaming. Hopefully this incident doesn't spark a trend, but it doesn't look good considering we haven't even officially left the EU yet. So thanks a bunch, Nigel, you disgusting little toad scrotum. And that's it, guys. That's all the scant few video game stories that got me all worked up this week. But as you well know by now, this does not mean the end of hilarious name pending. It is now time for... Take my breath away. The sexiest segment in YouTube history where I rattle off all the video game releases you should be playing this week in just one breath. Coming July 11th, Serial Cleaner, a game that teaches you how to clean up after the inevitable murder you're going to commit. Also coming July 11th, Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, another opportunity for Telltale Games to try and tease a story from an IP that has no business having one. Coming July 11th, Fable Fortune, a franchise dying a slow, painful death in the guise of shitty card games. And finally, coming July 11th, Final Fantasy XII, The Zodiac Age, the wrong fucking Final Fantasy remaster, you cunts! Ooh, maybe I shouldn't make them so long. Need to work on that cardio, boy. I apologise in advance if that was nonsense. I have a feeling it might be. And there we have it, friends. Another week and another 5 minutes of harsh criticism blasted into the wonderful world of video games. What do you make of Brexit ruining video games? Are you crazy about Crash Bandicoot like everybody else? Come let me know in the comments down below or over on Twitter at DarylDoes. Now next week I won't be here. I will be in a field in the middle of Suffolk, getting binned and listening to pretentious music. But don't worry, Hilarious Name Pending will still be happening with a very special episode. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on that glorious piece of entertainment. No, really, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. And until next time...